Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here. As I promised in my last reading, which was posted on Wednesday, which talked about where you should be allowing vulnerability in your life. If you haven't checked it out, do check it out. I will link it in the description box below. And that reminds me, I said the same thing for the last reading, and I forgot to put it in the description box. I just remembered, but this time I will do it. All right. And as I was telling you in that reading, which by the way is a very important reading, if you haven't checked it out, do so, because that will be one act of self-love that you can show to yourselves. All right. Okay, so about today's reading, I am going to talk about what is happening for you between July and December. But I am not going to talk about every little thing month by month or zodiac wise. If it comes out, I might mention it, but I'm not doing it in a planned fashion like that, because I have done one in the beginning of the year which covered all the 12 months. If you want, you can check it out. I will link that below too. And I really hope I don't forget. All right, but today's reading, we're just going to look at, all the cards are pre-shuffled as you can see, and we're just going to look at the main theme for the 6 months, what you can expect. It's not to say that nothing else will happen, but this is a major theme which will happen in all areas of your life. And then we're going to look at one card each from the Tarot and Oracle deck for your love, career, health, as well as spirituality. All right, we're just going to look at that now. Just take what you're intuitively called to. You're drawn to it and you feel, yes, this fits. Don't take anything which is way out and then you get shocked. What's this? And then you feel bad that it didn't happen, or it happened, or whichever way it is. I don't know what's there in the cards. I haven't seen. We'll discover that together. Somehow I was intuitively drawn to my charms today after ages. And I just decided I needed to take some charms for you, and I have. So I don't know how that's going to come into this reading, how it's going to all fit in. But when we begin, well, then Spirit will just take over. All right. So yeah, that's how it is going to be. And then at the end, I also have extra advice cards for you, something that you need to keep in mind. Now, when I talk about things, if you see more things which are a confirmation which I haven't called out, just take it as a confirmation for yourself. All right. This is your things that need to come out, something that your soul already knows. It just needs a confirmation. So only what you're really drawn to, that you will take and you will follow. The rest you can leave. All right, so let me introduce you to the piles, beautiful seekers. We have 3. Pile number 5. What is wrong with me? There was another reading in which I said the same thing. I call pile number 1 pile number 5. Well, pile number 1 is retrograde, which says review. The number 15 or 6 could be significant. Pile number 2 is Uranus, which says change, and the number 25 or 7 could be significant. And pile number 3 is Venus, which says beloved, and number 21 or 3 could be significant. All right. So for those of you who are instinctively drawn to your pile, you're intuitive, the timestamps will be given below. I'll see you at your pile. And for those of you whom the quick meditation helps, beautiful seekers, sit with your spine erect, palms open, facing upwards. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. When you're ready, gently take in a deep breath. Hold. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your inner guidance, centering yourself. Trust your inner guidance, knowing that it would never lead you astray. When you're ready, gently breathe out. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And whichever pile you're called to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1. Those of you who are drawn to the retrograde card or the word review, welcome to your reading. Ouch, just give me a minute. Someone is re-entering your life is what I felt with that sudden bang of the door. That was the breeze, and it's been really still all day today. Somehow it's just picked up and the door banged shut. So I feel that someone's going to come in, and it's not going to be a small event in your life. All right, right now as I'm filming this and posting this, we are in retrograde season, so that is a chance for this to happen. And this year, as I'm posting it in 2026, the retrogrades happen in the water signs, the season of the water signs. So right now we're in Cancer season. The next Mercury retrograde will happen in Scorpio season. Apart from that, a message for you is that, for most people during retrograde, things are stuck. You are told not to start new things, and whatever you've planned just doesn't work out. But I feel very strongly for those of you who've chosen this pile, retrograde season is the season wherein things move for you. All right. So if that resonates for you, if you've actually seen that happen, that during a retrograde season things actually work beautifully for you, then it's possible that you were actually, during the time of your birth, some planet was in retrograde. If Mercury was in retrograde when you were born, then during Mercury retrograde, things actually happen for you. And for some of you, it's letting you know that every retrograde season, it's very important for you to actually go and rework things that, where you need a second chance. You need to do it, because this is going to be very beneficial. It's beneficial for everybody, but especially you who've chosen this card, who've been drawn to this card. And in the next 6 months, whatever the retrogrades are, I will try and find it and put it for you. As we are speaking, you'll see it on your screen. And those dates could be very significant for you. All right, so whatever it is that you want to do, so you've got to actually monitor it once to see whether you are in the group wherein retrograde slows you down and you need to work on things that you've kept aside, or whether you're in that group wherein retrograde actually makes you move forward. In which case, then these you'll know exactly where to put in effort and when to post things or move things forward. This is very important, because a retrograde for most people is a time for review. But I feel in your group, 2 groups of people, in which one group is like most of us, wherein they need to review during the retrogrades, especially from whenever you're seeing this reading for the next 6 months. This holds good for you. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. The number 15 or 6 could be significant. So along with Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde could also be significant for you. I'm going to keep this card here. And let's talk about the charms. Again, during retrograde season, you can expect clarity. And you, as I was saying, for some of you, if there's something in the past which has occurred, which has been, something that's been uncomfortable, but you worked on it and you finally let it go, that is going to show up in one of these retrogrades in the coming 6 months from when you're watching this reading, and you are going to get absolute clarity on a situation. All right. And for some of you, and only if you resonate with the term, only if you already know, if you're on a twin flame journey, I feel this clarity is coming in that situation. And not to say whether you are going to have a reunion or not, that's each of you is going to be different, but it could be that person that's actually showing up during this retrograde season. And for some of you, you're going to have a spiritual awakening during one of the retrogrades in the coming 6 months from the time you watch this video. All right, now we're going to look at your overarching energy for the coming 6 months from the time you're watching this. And you get the Wheel of Fortune, Dharma. You've been putting in the work and you've really been very diligent without seeing results. There could have been a period of frustration, comparing yourself to others, and then you've decided there's no point in comparing myself. I'm just going to do what needs to be done, and that's it. And this is when the Wheel of Fortune decides to turn in your favor, because you've learned the lesson that your journey is yours exclusively, and it's not for you to compare it with anyone. It's just between you and the universe, and you've learned that lesson. You're not attached to the outcome, and because of that, the wheel is turning in your favor. So a lot of things which were stuck beginning in retrograde season, again, which is now as I'm posting this, for those of you who are watching it when I'm posting it, and if you're watching it later at a later date, then the Wheel of Fortune will begin to turn in the first retrograde season from the time you watch this. All right, for your love connections, you get the Three of Wands in reverse, and along with that you get flow. This is beautiful. Just when you stop waiting for this person, you know, in the past you may have waited for someone who's very dear to you, things didn't work out, you waited for a long time, and just when you decide, I'm going to shift the focus onto myself or onto my work or onto whatever it is, my health, whatever, you have decided to go with the flow, that you have done all that you could, and now you are going to just work on yourself, being the best version of yourself, and you're stopping, you withdraw all the energy, not out of spite, not out of disgust, but because you want to grow. You've learned the lesson, you've finally decided to trust the universe, and you've just given the reins of control in the hands of the universe, knowing that you've never had control anyway, and you're going with the flow. And that's when, you'll find that whatever it is that you were waiting for, whether the person comes back and gives you an answer, or whether you get clarity on a situation, but you will finally be able to let go of something from the past, a relationship especially, which was keeping you stuck, and you're ready to move forward. Now, whether you are single, in a relationship of any kind, or you are married, this is something that has happened in the past, which you have finally closed out. It was still holding you, but because you're in a flow right now, whatever blocks that had come because of this is finally being lifted. Now, if you've not had any past person in a marriage, then this could be something with another loved one. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be something from the past which was holding you for a very long time, and you finally let it go. Maybe during this retrograde season, you get some clarity because you finally let it go. You've made peace with the situation, forgiven them and yourself, and you just decided you're not pouring in any more energy into this. And that's when things start easing up for you. For some of you, this person will actually come back. This is for very few of you who are in a twin flame journey. This person can come back and you may have a reunion, or this person will come back and at least give you closure. All right, now coming to your career, you get the Ace of Cups and you get Weeping Willow, family sorrow. All right, this seems like an anticlimax, First you get the Eight of Cups and then the Weeping Willow. But what I feel is, okay, for some of you, what I feel is in the coming 6 months, perhaps There is going to be someone passing on, is what I hear, and it could be a grandfather or a father. Someone with this tree here, I feel someone who was the patriarch or the matriarch of the family. I'm getting patriarch. All right, this person may leave your life, and this is someone you really, really loved, but as they pass on, they leave the reins of their work, their whatever legacy in your name, or it may be all for you or a portion of it, but you finally get to do what you really, really love to do. Maybe there was something that you wanted to do which you always felt drawn to, you were aligned to it, but you didn't have the necessary, what do you call, you didn't have the necessary resources, or you didn't have the money to go ahead with whatever this is. But so this is mixed feelings. I mean, you're really, really upset because you're close to this person, because you're close to them, as they leave, as a blessing, they leave this for you, and you can finally align with your soul's calling, something that you really love to do, because this has come your way. For some of you, if you've had a loss as far as your family business is concerned, you've suffered huge losses, finally you are getting an opportunity to change things a bit. Maybe you've always been suggesting that things be done differently, but those who are older than you, they never agreed with what you had to say. But finally, because you've had a severe setback, they decide to give your idea a shot. And this is going to be very beneficial for you. So take this how it resonates. But there is going to be, something, or it just could be that there's some grief in the family, whatever that is for each of you, something. And I feel it's not going to come as a surprise. It's not someone who's young, who's just going, but I feel this is someone who's on an age, but you respect them and love them a lot. That's what I get. All right. Or this is a family business, something that you've always, your entire family has been invested in. Something is going to be taken away from you, but in its place, something beautiful will come. And so there's this mixed feeling, but you still move on beautifully in the coming 6 months from when you watch this reading. Coming to your health, you get the Page of Pentacles, and you get pink, let love in. There's a lot of theme of love here. I was getting a lot of a love situation here. Here, I mean, this is obviously about love. You got the Ace of Cups here, and you get let love in. But this is about your health. You're being told, especially when this happens, because you're really attached to this, if this is about a person and not a business, you are being told to grieve, because grieving is healthy, but then let it go. Don't hold on to it. All right? And you're being told to go out in nature, go for a little holiday, go for a hike, go for trekking, whatever it is, but be out in nature. And this will really, really help you. Do not sit indoors and let the pain fester. It's very important that during this time you get a lot of sun. Grounding will really help you. Walking bare feet on the ground will help you. And I feel it's about your heart, it's about your emotions that need taking care of. And so do not feel bad and mope indoors, not getting enough sunlight, for whatever this be. It may be this particular situation or anything else. Or maybe it's that love that didn't work out, and when this person comes back, then you're still stuck with that. No. Soften your heart, allow love to come in, love yourself. It all begins with you. Just remember that it all begins with you. Whatever area it is in your life, it all begins with you. The wheel is turning in your favor. Something beautiful is about to happen. But you cannot stop living your life because of certain setbacks, and you can't harden your heart, because that doesn't serve the purpose at all. What's the use of achieving things if, you're not able to enjoy it because you've got a hard heart, you're scared to love? That's not worth it, is it? Now, for your spiritual growth in these coming 6 months, you get the 8 of Swords, and you get balanced spirituality and practicality. Certain setbacks, maybe when this happens and you got to start afresh, if it's a business, or you have to get over this pain, you want to do something that you really love to do, but this pain is a lot. You may feel guilty. The human mind is such, it can bring out anything from anywhere and make you feel miserable. And that's this 8 of Swords. But from this overthinking, you will realize, when you actually step out in nature, ground your energies, be alone for a long while, and also pour in loving energy into what you love to do, you will reach this place of balance, or you're being told to reach this place of balance. And this will be the key to dropping these swords, because 8 of Swords is not as though someone's actually stabbed you or someone's keeping you stuck. You have enough place to run away. Look at this goat. There's a lot of place there. He can run from there, but he doesn't see it because he feels he can't. And that's what it is about you. You feel you can't, but you can. And meditation, sitting with yourself, being in nature, grounding your energies will help you a whole lot. The wheel is indeed turning in your favor. But life is all about ups and downs. Your attitude determines where you reach. All right, this is very important for you. Now we're going to take 3 advice cards for you, what you need to keep in mind in these coming 6 months. And you get B's, community. The number 37, 10, or 1 could be significant. You're being told to engage with a lot of people, help people. If there's someone that you really love, you can, help, spend time with older people. It makes you feel better. You can help out in community service of some sort, which has got to do with the elderly, whatever this is. But people, don't alienate yourself. Yes, take some time to be on your own when you're grounding, when you're meditating, but don't alienate yourself. Don't go into hermit mode. This is not the time for that. All right? You need people around you. They'll help you out of trying times. Transformation. Oh yes, very, very much. Not just your love life, your career, everything is going to transform beautifully during this time. Dragonflies may be dragonflies, butterflies, these are symbols. If you see them, you know. All right, but beautiful things are happening. Yes, there is pain, but you will get by. And last but not the least, now this particular card, before I see it, you can either think of a question and the angel will give you an answer, or you can just, the first thing that comes to your mind when you see what I'm going to show you, this is pertaining to that. All right? And you get big happy changes. Wow, this is beautiful. I love this for you. There is some sorrow, yes, but it is going to make way for big happy changes. All right, because when they leave, their blessings are with you. So do not feel guilty about anything. And if this is a business or something wherein everything comes down. It's going to be like the tower moment, but you're going to build back, everything, and it's going to be beautiful. Big happy changes. 6 months are going to lead you from wherever it is that you are to this happiness and a huge transformation. The wheel is indeed turning in your favor, because there have been difficult energies which you've been navigating. There will be some more, they say it's darkest before dawn, and then the shift happens, and this is going to be really beautiful. But remember that retrogrades are significant. I would have already put it, so you can stop the video at that time, note down the dates, or you can even find it on Google. It's not such a big thing, but note it down and observe for a couple of retrogrades whether things work for you or they don't, and then you can decide on which group you are in. Or you can go and check your astrology charts and see which planet was in retrograde during your birth, and then at least in that retrograde period you see, when you try something small, does it work or doesn't work, and then you know which group you are in. All right, but this is what the cards have to say. I'm sending you so much love and light and wishing you all the very best. Pile number 1. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen Uranus, and this beautiful card here. Number 25 in 7 could be significant, and it says change. This one is very self-explanatory, isn't it? Some of you may be Aquariuses watching this, or you may have Aquarius in your top 3 or maybe top 5. You may also have, this 25 adds to a 7, which is the South Node, which is a very spiritual number, 7. And maybe right now you are very connected deeply with the universe, with your higher self, and with the moon. But there's a lot of change coming in your life. Maybe this is something that you've been hoping for, praying for, or this is something that's coming whether you're praying for it or not. But there is going to be huge change, and it's going to be sudden, because Uranus energy is like the tower. It's not something that comes slowly, it just happens. Maybe you do get a few warning signs, but you don't really pay attention. You feel nothing's going to go wrong, and then boom, it all changes for you. Now, I was called to take charms for this reading for some reason. Yes, with this Uranus card here and this beautiful Buddha, you are going to have a spiritual awakening definitely during this time. I said moon could be significant, and here it is. So staying out at night, walking under the moon can actually help. If you energize the water under the moonlight and have it, that could also help you. Again, with this, look at that, you have this beautiful owl. There's a lot of clarity coming in, and this possibly because of the spiritual awakening, but you're very connected to source during this time. All right, sitting in nature, and especially by night, can be very beneficial for you during this time. Again, the colors blue, purple, these are colors that could help you. Maybe you need to work on your top 3 chakras. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of your card. The overarching energy, from the time you watch this for the coming 6 months is going to be the Chariot. Oh, I love this. Things are finally aligning because you are aligned with the universe. That's what I'm picking up very strongly. You're in alignment with the universe. You're very connected to source during this time. And because you come into this beautiful place of balance. And if things have been stagnant in your life, oh, believe me, there's going to be such rapid change in your life and forward movement. Something that you've been waiting for and almost maybe on the threshold of giving up. I don't think anything's changing. I might as well carry on doing what I'm doing, and then boom, it all just changes for you. All right. In your love life, you get the lovers. Wow, this is wonderful. And you get, oh, I love this. Oh my God, I love this for you. This is so beautiful. Look at that. How often do you see things like this? This is beautiful. The love of your life is entering your life. All right. Now, if you are single, They're here. They're just here. There's something you may have been working on yourself, and you're open to love. Sometimes we pray for the love of our life to come in, but we are so stuck up ourselves. We've got so many things to work on that love doesn't come. Or we keep ourselves away from people, don't go out, don't mingle with anyone and expect love to come in. That's not going to happen. But right now, you've done the work on yourself, and the love of your life is going to walk in. All right, and this person may be a soulmate, higher order soulmate, could be a twin flame if you resonate with the term. Labels don't matter. This person is going to sweep you off your feet, and irrespective of your gender, whether however it is, this person is going to be so perfect for you. You're going to have a wonderful, wonderful journey with this person. Now, how long that's going to be, whether it's going to be something for a lifetime or whatever, that you'll have to wait and see. But this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And maybe for some of you, this is that sudden shift, when you least expect it. This happens, and it happens so beautifully. Things start moving forward. Now, if you are already in a relationship, partnered with somebody, maybe you take it to the next level. This is brilliant, beautiful energy. And if you're already married, then there's going to be this fresh energy that comes in, fresh understanding, a lot of love, a lot of passion, beautiful energy. I just love this for you. Coming to your career, you get the Four of Cups, and along with that you get Tortoise, and it says slowly but surely getting ahead. Absolutely. So in the past, maybe you were focused on whatever it is that you wanted, and you're not looking at what the universe is offering you. But right now, because you're so connected, so in sync, so aligned, you actually take that opportunity that you've been avoiding. You've stopped being stubborn about what you want, and you realize that it's not happening. I don't care. I'm taking this. And then slowly a shift happens, and it starts off like this, slowly and steadily, and then it just picks up, and you just move ahead so rapidly you will not know what happened. This is so, so beautiful. For your health, you get the Emperor in reverse, and Pearl. Connect to the divine. Oh my God, how many confirmations do you need? Yes, this is very important for you, because I feel when so many things are happening in your life, all of a sudden, from stagnant energy, nothing is happening, nothing is shifting, same old, to suddenly so many things happening. These things are happening because you're aligned with the universe. You're very connected to source. And when all of this starts happening, you lose that connect to the source. And with that begins anger, control issues, everything. The solution for that, Pearl. Connect to the divine is one thing. When you start getting angry and you're not able to manage your temper, and you start becoming controlling, your blood pressure is high, and you need to manage things. So you are being told to, when you find that things are going wonderful, things are moving ahead, and suddenly you start losing your temper, it's because you've lost the connect with the universe. You have lost balance in your life. The Chariot will shortly come to a halt if you do not pay attention to your health. Because the universe, when you're aligned to the universe, when you're being blessed by the universe, it's because you are in balance and you are in alignment. You forget that, and the blocks start happening. So the minute you find yourself being uncharacteristically short-tempered, annoyed, getting agitated very soon, you need to meditate, you need to connect, you need to balance things out, all right? Otherwise, it will actually affect you. It will affect your blood pressure, as I was saying. I'm not a doctor, but this is common sense, all right? And it's come out. The Emperor, when the Emperor is upright, the Emperor is very much in control. They know that they are on top of their game, so they don't lose their cool. They lead. They know they are the King of Kings. But when it's in reverse, there's no control whatsoever. All right, so you need to connect with the divine. Pearl will also help you during this time, and walking under the moon, or White could make you calm. Wear more white. Sit under the moon for some time. Moon energized water, you can consume that. That can help. Go light on your food. Eat vegetarian if you can, or be very light. Eat light till you come into balance, till your anger is resolved and you come back into balance. Meditation will really help you. You need to connect, all right? Don't take this lightly, because everything just moves so beautifully and you don't want it to stop just because you lose the balance. The very thing that gave you all these blessings, don't forget that. This is a theme that keeps coming up, so it's something you need to keep in mind. For your spiritual journey, you get the Six of Cups, beautiful. And you get a fiery climax approaches. All right, so when I'm filming and posting this, we are in retrograde. So maybe during this retrograde season or the next one, which is be in Scorpio season, if you're watching it when I post it, or if you're watching it whenever you do, what the first retrograde season in those 6 months and the second one, you will be very nostalgic about someone from your past. It could be anyone, a friend, a love interest, anybody. But this person can actually come towards you and you can actually have that, heart to heart. And maybe there's a lot of emotions with the fiery climax approaches. It could go in whichever way. It's possible. That's why this is also the card of Aries, and this says full moon in Aries. So maybe this person coming back is what causes your anger and agitation and everything. And that's when you're being told, more than anything, you need to connect with the divine. You need to ground your energies. You need to come back into loving energy, and things will sort themselves out. All right. Now, added advice for this period of 6 months from the time you see this reading, not relationships. Absolutely. Though your career is picking up and there is a lot happening here, I feel the main theme is love. This person could be someone who's coming in new. This could be someone from the past who's coming a second time. This could be your own existing relationships, whatever. But the focus is on relationships. And if you're not in balance, it could cause a lot of upheaval here. So you need to be in balance. You need to be calm and connected to source. Then you get miracles. The number 34, 7 could be significant. See, 7 is important for you. You get a 7 here. This is 7. Chariot is the number 7 as well. Maybe you're seeing 7 sevens or 7 7 sevens a lot. That could be an added confirmation that things are moving for you. Oh my God, I just saw this. Connect with the divine. This is also a 7, 25, adding to a 7. So 7 and then this is 8. Could be, that's progression. Could be very significant for you. All right. There are a lot of miracles waiting to happen because you've done the work, because you are in balance, because you are very connected to source. You're completely aligned. Don't lose that. Otherwise, things will come to a halt. Now, this particular card, you can either think of a question and the angel will give you an answer, or I will flip the card and the first thing that comes to your mind, this is related to that. All right? Are you ready? Communicate clearly. So when you're talking to the divine, or when this person comes up, or whatever it is at work, especially now when I'm posting, because I'm posting it during Mercury retrograde. So Cancer season and Scorpio season, if you're seeing it when I post it on these 6 months, and if you're seeing it at a later date, then this is from whenever you see it. Mercury retrograde especially, be very careful when you communicate. But even otherwise, if this is come, this is the angel's messages. When you're asking the universe or you're setting an intention, communicate clearly. All right. I think this is a brilliant reading. Very, very beautiful. All you got to do is to keep your balance intact. You're there as of now, and that's why life is speeding up. Don't lose it when things start moving for you. All right, we are humans. There will be a tendency, but when you recognize it, just remember this. If you're seeing this and if you're still here with me, remember it and recalibrate, come back to balance, and things will be wonderful again. I love this reading. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3. Those of you who've chosen Venus, which says beloved, and The number 21 or 3 could be significant. This is so beautiful. Trust the Venus card looks so beautiful and aesthetic. There's a lot of love coming in. There's a lot of harmony coming in. A lot of peace coming in. A lot of you who are watching this, you could have strong Libra in your chart or Taurus in your chart. This 21, it reminds me of Jupiter. A lot of abundance coming in too. Beautiful. So your area of wealth is also important. So you will find that a lot of things come your way. Yes, and the key to getting these beautiful blessings is to remain childlike, is to be playful, to get in touch with your inner child, liberate your inner child. There is a heart here which also talks about love. Venus is about love. Venus is about beauty. Venus is about money. Venus is about all the good things in the material world. All right, and this is a leaf. This leaf reminds me of a leaf. It reminds me of a heart. So what I feel is going out in nature could be very helpful for your heart, which is known to everybody, but yes, more so during this time. Also with this fishtail here, I feel for a lot of you, you may be swimming, or swimming could be beneficial, or eating fish may be something that's good for you at this time, or even sitting by water bodies could help. And this beautiful Hamsa hand which tells you that you are divinely protected. Oh, I love that. That's just so beautiful. Now this one card is the overarching energy, and we're going to see what's going to happen. The main theme in these 6 months from whenever you're watching. I'm posting it in July of 2026, but whenever it is that you're watching, 6 months from then. And you get the Judgment. Wow. And it says Jyoti. Spiritual awakening. For some of you, you are having a spiritual awakening during this time. For some of you, there's something in the past that you've not had answers about, or you didn't understand. This is coming back, and this time you get your aha moment. You suddenly realize it hits you, and it changes a lot of things for you. Very beautiful energy. Your third eye, I feel your third eye is going to be lit. You're going to see things very clearly. All right, for your love life, you get the King of Pentacles, and you get peace. Didn't I tell you? Peace, harmony, everything is going to come, and a lot of money. The King of Pentacles here, whether you are the King of Pentacles or the person coming in is the King of Pentacles, your love life is going to be very peaceful, very harmonious, and extremely abundant. All right, so if you're singles, you're attracting such a person into your life. If you're in a partnership, you're finally tying the knot maybe. And if you're already in a marriage, things are so peaceful, beautiful, abundant. Everything, it ticks all the boxes. So this is a very beautiful period, this coming 6 months. Take that how it resonates. All right, I don't even have to spend time here. Wow, this is your career. You get Temperance, and you get Pineapple, reconciliation. All right, for some of you in a career situation, if you've had a split with a partner in the past, or if something didn't work out in the past, you are finally, putting all of that aside, and you're back on track again. If things weren't looking good, things are happening. If you've had an altercation with someone, you patch up, and in a good way. I don't feel any negative energy here, because you are in balance. You've been very patient. If you've been wrongly accused of something in the past or something, you've actually kept your dignity, you've kept quiet, and this person recognizes, they come back. There's going to be some sort of a, apology coming your way is what I hear, and things start moving forward for you. And if you are the person who actually lost it in the past, you are coming in balance, and you may be making this peace offering, because you're in this beautiful energy and you're coming into balance, and you get a second chance with the Judgment card here. So you actually, take the peace offering. You are the one who offers it. It can go both ways. Take it how it resonates. And because of that, there is harmony in your workplace, there's harmony at home, and things just move so beautifully. That is the blessing of Venus. Beautiful energy. For your health, you get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and you get magenta. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. Yeah. I feel that for a lot of you, you need to take care of your gut. All right? I feel that in all this happiness and all this harmony, there could be a tendency for you to not pay attention to your diet. And I feel you may have issues with your gut health. You may also have need to take care of any organ which is in pairs, like your lungs, like your kidneys, anything that's in pairs, you need to pay attention. But I'm getting a very strong message of taking care of your gut. And that will change a lot of things for you. Because if you don't, it will cause blockages later on. So it's important. I'm not a doctor, but this is what I'm picking up intuitively. And if you repair your gut, your intuition is going to be very strong. Or you won't be able to connect with your intuition. Even if your intuition is giving you messages, you will not be able to connect. It's very important that you keep that clean. And you'll see things clearly for what it is. Yes, I feel that you really need to work on all your twin organs, whatever comes in pairs, and your gut. For your spirituality, you get the King of Pentacles in reverse. What is this? And a time to give rather than take. All right. You have the King of Pentacles here, comes into your life. There's a lot of peace and harmony in your love life. Everything is going great. Things are looking good at work. You patch things up with people. There may be, because of all that happiness, there may be indulgence, which, you need to check. But as you move forward, there could be, altercations at home, things not being as peaceful. And that is because, now this depends on which group you are in. If you do not extend loving energy to your own self, you will not be able to extend the loving energy to whoever is in your life. All right? And it's very important for you to be in balance. With Venus here, this is the energy of Libra, which is all about balance. If you lose your balance, Temperance is also all about balance. Where you lose balance, be it in your health because of your eating habits or whatever, you lose balance, everything starts going for a toss. And something, maybe an altercation at home with your spouse or your partner, this could actually take you into this energy of the hermit, wherein you need to actually sit with yourself and ask yourself, instead of playing the blame game, where is it that you were blaming the other person, wherein you could have been, benevolent, been the bigger person? Or where is it that you've been ignoring yourself and getting irritated with the other person because you have not given yourself what you should have? Because you have been overgiving in the relationship, neglecting yourself, and then getting irritated when you haven't been taken care of. All right? So this is something that you really need to work on, need to mull over. This is a huge spiritual lesson. Most of our spiritual lessons end up with wanting us to be the best version of ourselves, wanting us to know our worth. So somewhere, if you've been overgiving because things are great, you're very happy and you want to overgive, and then you feel bad that you're getting less, you're expecting the other person to do it for you. But the fact is that your overgiving needs to be addressed. Your overgiving is a direct indication of your lack of worth. So that is what you need to work on. All right. Now, final advice, beautiful pile number 3. is cowrie shell abundance. What did I tell you? There's a lot of abundance coming in. Venus is blessing you. Where is the doubt? The number 25 or 7 could be significant again. The last group had a lot of 7s, and here you get cowrie shells. Beautiful. And then you get passion. Wow, beautiful. This is so good. This is a wonderful time for you to again engage in things that you're passionate about. You know, there will be a lot of passion in your relationship, but also anything that you're passionate about, which, you know, you brings out that childlike wonder, you're being told to engage with it. It will really, really help you work on your inner child as well. Oh, sorry. Did you see that? Okay, I'm going to delete that portion. Now, this particular card, this is the final card. This is an angel message. So this can be done in 2 ways. Either you ask a question and the angel will give you an answer, or I will turn it around, and when I read out what the message says, or when you read out what the message is saying, the first thing that comes into your mind, this is about that. All right? Are you ready then? It says remain positive. So don't give up. You may not have all the answers, but remain positive. That changes a lot of things. All right? Beautiful reading, wonderful things waiting to happen. You just need to be in balance. That is the key for everything. All right? So things are looking really bright for you in the coming 6 months from the time you watch this reading. Your key is just balance, balance, and more balance, and then everything works out fine. And do not forget yourself while pouring that loving energy to other people around you. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.